The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Hey. 14. There.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, here's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mariota to throw it this time. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Coleman. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Tempo.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
95.
Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Coleman now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the outlet away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down now after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mariota now on second down. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Mariota. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. It's Coleman here, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Tevin Coleman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First down, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, had its third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Booker T! Coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son! Hey, 0-0-0. We look for signals. We look for signals. Check nickel.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
19.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, look at this play call. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Will Fuller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. Mariota now from the 50. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
14.
Here's Coleman on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Counter. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tempo. 14. 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this Charger offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. Mariota across the formation. He's got a man. That's Allen. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Let's go, 14. Hey, boys, got 4 down. Tempo. 556. 18. Don't say nothing. Be alert.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. And he finds Cook. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Perkins. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
What a nice physical tackle by the safety there. And this guy's playing strong safety, which is really a hybrid position. You got to be able to cover back deep, but also you're almost like a linebacker up near the line of scrimmage. They count on him to make big hits in the game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Let's go. Shift, watch the shift. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go. Hey, over here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's get it. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now it's counter. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down, Mariota. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Mariota now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Single. 14. 36 power.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Charger offense making their way back out there. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check 50, check 50.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run with Peterson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Humphries. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 3.
They run with Connor. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, that's Connor. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they'll run it here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. To throw Mariota. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down. Check. Easy. Out. Jump. Keep it rolling. 1.
One last shot now for Mariota. And Allen's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile,